everyone, today's tutorial is spring inspired with some peach and coral tones. It's one of my favorite looks to date actually, that's quite a bold statement. We have a wing and luminous sun-kissed skin. It's conventionally pretty and super flattering. First, we gotta start with a groovy tune.
Boom, 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 boom.
And straight onto the base. You are probably sick of this foundation, but the Kogendo Aqua is back in full force. I just love this stuff. It has a satin finish, very kind to dry or dehydrated skin types. I think it would translate well on combination skin, but if you are on the oilier side, I predict that you'll probably need a prime and a powder. Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealer. I get so many questions about this, so that's why I'm using it today. It's very dry in texture, so I like to pick up a little bit of product on a brush and mix it with whatever foundation is left on the back of my hand. This technique makes the concealer a little more malleable and spreadable, otherwise it would be way too dry and waxy for the under eye area. I do think that this concealer is better suited for spot concealing, so facial concealing. Using a very small detail brush, I take some of the concealer alone and dab over little imperfections here and there. I had one of those anxiety-fueled picking fests where I prod at my skin unnecessarily. I do not recommend this practice, but hey, you know, this is real life, and thank heavens for Secret Camo. Giving my Rouge Bunny Rouge powder a rest today, this translucent powder is by the Balm and I really like it. I'm lightly setting the central portions of my face. You might want to set the entire face, it's totally up to you. Using a smaller brush and the same powder, I'm lightly setting the under eye concealer so that my concealer doesn't crease, and this also prevents my eye makeup from migrating. I received this new brow pen the other day by Geisha ink, and if you don't know, Geisha ink makes my all-time favorite liquid eyeliner, so the expectations are very high. I like it. It's a great ashy tone. It is different to the Sequin and the Stila brow pens. I think with the Geisha ink you can soften the brow with a spoolie, which makes it a little bit more foolproof. Here is a little before and after shot. I love the outcome. It's a defined brow, but still piecey, like we would see in natural brows. Setting the brows with some hairspray on a clean spoolie, I'm brushing those hairs right up because I'm all about that life. Let's move on to the eyeshadow, and I'm pretty sure the Colourpop broke the internet. This is the Super Shock shadow in the shade Sequin. I uploaded this photo to Instagram and everyone was like, are they meatballs? I try to take a nice photo and it looks like dinner. I just can't win. This formula is best applied with a finger, so that's what I'm gonna do today. I will do a blog post review on these, it's coming, but in short, I love these shadows when used as a lid color and then blended out with powder eyeshadows. I did try to create a look using just Colourpop shadows, and I found that as I layered the shades, the situation became a bit tricky to blend. So that's my 2 cents. I'm quickly diffusing the edges with a synthetic brush. I do find that I get a bit of glitter fallout here, but if you've set your under eye concealer, it should sweep away without much drama. This Vis Art palette is the love of my life. I'm just going to lightly stroke it, just having a creepy moment here. Dabbing a crease brush into a few of the medium warm browns and blending through the socket. I've chosen warm shades today because the lid color is very warm, so the pairing is harmonious. Smaller brush now, and taking some of those deeper warm browns, I'm plotting a V shape at the outer corner to create a more elongated placement. This is what you do if you have round eyes and you want them to appear a little bit more almond shaped. Back to our initial crease brush and blend, yo. If I had $1 for every time that I said blend, I would be ballin'. So far you should have something that looks a little bit like this. At this point I'm like, hey, I want a wing, and I'm also really lazy, so I'm placing some tape at the outer corners of my eye to act as a stencil. Then using an eyeliner pencil and any angled brush, we are performing Creme's Easiest Wing Liner. That tutorial now has over 100,000 views. It blows my mind. You guys are awesome. If you haven't seen it already, I will link it in the description box and you should check it out. For this look, I'm keeping the weight on the outer half of the eye, and with whatever product is left on the brush, I'm dragging across the inner half of the lash line just to make that flick look really fluid. Moment of truth, peel off the tape, and look at that. So damn easy. I am going to wear falsies today, so just giving the lashes a very light curl, and of course, we are tightlining the upper lash line every tutorial. I'm like the tightline spokesperson. For lashes, we have the Kiss Trios, which are some of my favorites. I was going to apply 2 or 3, but then I applied 5 or 6, and I regret nothing. If you have hooded eyelids or heavy eyelids, false lashes I find are especially flattering because they disguise the fact that you can't see much lid action. While the lashes are drying, let's go ahead and finish off the rest of the face. I am so excited about this next product. I can't contain myself. It's the brand new Hourglass Ambient Bronzers. I am not even a bronzer person, but I would happily wear this every day for the rest of my life. I am cranking my head here so you can see the stunning soft gold reflect. This is looking more like a giraffe impersonation. I don't really know what's going on there. It would appear that Hourglass and we are having a moment. So I'm following with the Ambient blush in dim light. Very pretty peach shade that ties in perfectly with our very warm eyes and the warmth on the skin. My most used lipstick right now is Rouge Bunny Rouge Musings. It's a warm pink with a sort of jelly consistency. It's my no-brainer lipstick. It sort of pairs well with everything. I have done a review and some swatches. I will link that in the description box also. Quickly finishing off the eyes, I'm combing the false lashes with a clean spoolie. Now I started doing this recently and it helps to discipline any rogue lashes that might be crooked or pointing in the wrong direction. This might scare some of you, but if your lashes are adhered properly, they will not dislodge. Lash glue is actually pretty strong. Going in with some Benefit Roller Lash just to blacken my natural lashes so that they mesh well with my falsies. You can leave the lower lash line bare if you like. I decided to add some of that Colourpop Sequin shade. I'm also taking this opportunity to quickly refresh my lid color because, as I mentioned, all the buffing and the blending can kind of dull the reflect. A little bit of our dark warm brown at the outer corners just to connect that lower lash line with our winged eyeliner. I always love a good tear duct highlight. This is one of the Kiko Wet and Dry shadows that I picked up last time I was in Europe. If you do have access to these, I suggest you pick some up. This shade also makes for a really pretty cheek highlight. A little mascara on the lower lashes, and that completes the makeup portion. For the hair, I've opted for some big waves. Exactly the same technique and method that I demonstrated in my festival hair tutorial. The goddess part of this look is courtesy of this stunning headband. Big thanks to Jennifer Behr. It's called the Eris Headband. My ultimate spring fragrance is Byredo La Tulip. We go way back. This is a white floral, but it's crisp and green and it has some hints of rhubarb. That is the final ensemble. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. It's a great one for warm spring nights or a day party or a day wedding, if that's on the agenda. Until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye bye.